Hello everybody, welcome to the Tube. A lot going on. Here's our lineup. Big news, JP Morgan breach leads to arrested Israeli hackers. Big money, Apple makes a $10 billion profit in 3 months. Big future, Nokia will launch a new VR platform next week. Big shopping, a new contender wants to take Amazon's place. Big mess, Dot rocks and shocks the crowdfunding world, and other big things. Let's dance. Biggest tech news of the day. US and Israeli authorities arrested 4 people in Israel and Florida on Tuesday in connection with several fraud schemes tied to last summer's massive data breach at JP Morgan. The hacking of JP Morgan's computer compromised information of 83 million household and small business accounts, making it one of the largest of such breaches in history. The perpetrators of that attack stole the login credentials of a JP Morgan employee and used it to access 90 of the company's servers. The arrested men were accused of crimes ranging from security fraud to money laundering, not with anything directly related to the attack on the bank. But US officials confirmed there was a link. Bad, evil hackers, bad. It's that time again when Apple reports its quarterly revenue report to show us how wealthy and successful it became. Apple has just released its fiscal Q3 2015 earnings, reporting $49.6 billion in revenue and $10.7 billion in net profit. Compared to the year-ago quarter, it corresponds to a growth of 32.5% in revenue. OMG. Expectations were pretty high following Apple's last 2 blockbuster quarters, with Q1 being the largest corporate quarterly earnings of all time. One thing is missing from the report: the exact number of Apple Watch sold. In an interview with the New York Times, Apple CFO Luca Maestri said that sales for the Apple Watch in its first 9 weeks exceeded those of the iPhone and iPad in their first 9 weeks of availability. And that's all we're going to get on that. Too bad. No way, there's also a new crappy Apple commercial. Thanks, Apple.
This is an iPhone, and it comes with something amazing. An app store with over 1.5 million of the best apps available. That's over 1.5 million. Hand-picked, awe-inspiring, just plain surprising. Who knew a phone could do that? Apps. If it's not an iPhone, it's not an iPhone.
Microsoft may have killed Nokia's phone division earlier this month, but the Finnish company is still on its feet and is now going after the next big thing: virtual reality. Nokia is getting ready to unveil a VR platform next week in Los Angeles. That's according to Recode. As to the platform or what it will do or how it will look like, there aren't any details yet. A move into virtual reality would mark the biggest consumer-centric move by Nokia since the company sold off its mobile devices and services business to Microsoft last year. Earlier this year, Nokia released the N1 tablet. That's what's on screen now, which ran on Google's Android operating system. The company has hinted at a return to the smartphone business later this year as well. Go Finland! Now, is it possible to beat Amazon at its own game? That's the multi-billion-dollar question e-commerce newcomer Jet.com is looking to answer. Jet's much-anticipated website opened for business Tuesday with its bold claim to undercut prices from just about any online retailer, that's including Amazon. The New Jersey startup, backed by $225 million in funding, offers annual membership for $50 a year for its US Internet Shopping Club. At first, Jet.com will offer about 7.5 million products for sale, including TVs, toilet paper, and t-shirts, just a fraction of Amazon's total US listings. But Jet's intentions are much bigger. Here is Jet's first ad with Kumail Nanjiani of HBO's sitcom Silicon Valley. We have a feeling we'll be hearing a lot about them.
Jet.com is transformationalizing the shopping club. So now you can buy human-sized mayonnaise and millions of other human-sized things at teeny tiny prices. Look at the stuff we have. Electronics, throw pillows, Tang, that thing, this, think of a thing. There it is. Remember, prices start low on Jet, and then things get technological. When you add items, it actually unlocks bonus savings on other items. What? That's so crazy. How do you do it? Hold on. It just started. Give me a second. I'll explain it. In real life, it might go something like this. Hey, welcome to Jet. Can I help you find something today? Yes. I'm in the market for a mixer. I'm what you would call a foodier. That's French for foodie. Ah, a fellow gourmand. Check this out. Ta-da! Whoa, so much cheaper than other prices I've seen online. I accept. Oh, ding, 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 ding. You just unlocked these.
Funny. Now, for more about Amazon and the online retail world, check out our 20th anniversary Amazon special tomorrow. Yay! And now, let's kickstart the world with Didi Hanoch. Good evening, Didi.
Good evening, Jason.
Let's start kickstarting the world.
Okay, well, our first project that we're going to talk about features someone you may be familiar with.
Wow.
It's a little confusing. It's me. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look. We're not taking a look at. Please let me
okay,
know about that.
then I'll do my own VTR.
Yes.
I'm crowdfunding a publishing company
Okay.
for science fiction and fantasy, which
Okay.
is something I've been involved with for over 20 years as an editor and a translator, and this is my big move to become a publisher.
And how's it going?
It's going well. It's not going amazing, but it's going well. I'm at 42% after a little over a week.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
But, I'd like to be able to reach stretch goals and stuff like that. I have great things lined up. It's at Head Start. If people look for Nova Press at Head Start, they'll find me.
And how does it feel to actually manage a campaign of your own?
It's not the first one I've been involved with. The reason I started getting interested in crowdfunding is that I feel it's a really fascinating model. So I think it only makes sense that I would try it on my own. I've helped other people's projects. I've had one of my own, but this, of course, is a much bigger endeavor, and it's exciting.
So for our viewers around the world, what are we crowdfunding?
Science fiction and fantasy books. The first two are The Lives of Tao by Wesley Chu and 3 Parts Dead by Max Gladstone. They're great books that people in the English-speaking world can already read, and hopefully soon the Hebrew readers will be as well.
Just out of curiosity, how big of a task is it to manage a campaign? Is it a half-time job? Is it a half an hour a day job?
Emotionally, it's a full-time and a half job.
Okay.
Practically, it's a part-time job. You're always looking to add more rewards and to see what's happening. There's people offering rewards, which is great, and there's a lot of refreshing. There's a lot of F5.
I had a friend this week that's doing a crowdfunding for a short movie he's making, and he called me to ask me to put money on his project, which I found bald and and then he texted me twice the same day, did I invest already? And that was when I decided I'm not going to invest in this project. I needed to share that with you. I
have not called anyone. I haven't been able to get myself to email anyone directly to say, give me money. It's one thing to talk about it on Facebook and hope everybody sees, but it's really difficult for me to reach out to people personally and say, give me money.
Yeah, but would you advise someone else to send the emails and make the calls?
A call, no. One email is definitely a good idea. There's research that shows it gets you more money. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
And let's move on to the next project.
Okay, this is a project we actually talked about just the last time I was here. So let's take a look.
Let's.
This is Dot, the world's smallest Bluetooth earbud. It's so small, it virtually disappears in your ear. Enjoy high-quality sound without the wires. Simple to use, with just a single touch for calls and a long touch for Siri.
Siri, take me to the gym.
With 2 onboard microphones for active noise cancellation, you can make calls or FaceTime with crystal clear sound.
So what happened there?
Okay, this was a Kickstarter project. Last time we talked about it. Now it's an Indiegogo project because it got kicked off of Kickstarter.
How come?
Turns out that this thing is a product that they found at a trade show in Hong Kong and said, "Ooh, this looks great. We'll bring it to market in the U.S." and present it as a brand new thing. And the bulk price of this product is $16. They're selling it for $150. So yeah, people got upset. Now,
what happened to all the money they raised on what did they do the first one?
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter
refunded it. That's not a big problem. There's might be a little bit of a service charge for doing it, but people
so now
did not
they're trying
lose.
anew.
Yes, and they're succeeding. They're well over their goal.
How do we explain that?
Because the product is still cool. But the big difference between Kickstarter and Indiegogo is in Kickstarter, you must be the creator of your product. It's part of the rules. It's for innovators and inventors. Indiegogo don't care so much about that. That's not in their rules. So really, had they gone to Indiegogo in the first place, they might not even have had this problem. Now they have to deal with many comments of people telling them you're scam artists.
Wow. Yeah. But if it's going well for them, so
yeah, it's still significantly less money than they raised on Kickstarter, both because of all the things that happened and because it's a smaller platform.
Okay, let's move on to the next project.
Okay, our last project is about the final frontier. It's about a spacesuit.
A spacesuit.
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the moon. In that instant, they transformed exploration and forever altered the way we see ourselves in the universe. Today, millions of people visit the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum to relive that amazing moment and to be inspired, perhaps to become that next great pioneer. It's breathtaking. It's fantastic. It's missing something. Those spacesuits behind me are replicas. The complete suits aren't on display. They're not even in this building. They've been stored away in a special facility for their own protection.
So what's going on here? A government-funded museum wants us to donate. Why should I do that?
Because it's cool, and because their government funding covers their core operating, keeping the bunch of museums up and running and doing all their usual presentations. But this is a really big project of bringing a really old and fragile suit back to life to be able to display it and to digitize it and all that so they can really make a showcase of it, and they just don't have the money for it. And people are very enthusiastic about this project. It's raised over $300,000 in 3 days. They're definitely going to reach their goal of $500,000 because they still have most of a month to go.
$500,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck to them and good luck to the suit if it was ever on the moon.
It completely was.
Thank you very much, JD Chanoch.
Thank you.
We're moving on. Almost 2 years ago, we told you about a robot that is hitching across Europe. Now, Hitchbot is coming to America. The brainchild of Canadian researchers is equipped with a GPS tracker, a camera, and a list of desired destinations like New York's Times Square. Here's the video calling for people to pick him up and take him places. Don't be a stranger.
I am Hitchbot, a hitchhiking robot from Port Credit, Ontario, Canada. This summer I am traveling across the United States of America, from Boston to San Francisco, with a bucket list of places I want to visit along the way. Please pick me up and put me in your vehicle. Thank you. I have hitchhiked across Canada and Germany and have vacationed in the Netherlands. Now, I want to experience the American dream. Along with my newly shined wellies, I will be bringing a bucket list that I wrote with the help of my family. I need your help crossing all of the items off my list.
Wow, I find this deeply disturbing and kinda disgusting. That's just me. Show's over. Thank you very much for watching. Let's thank Didi Chanoch for being here in our studio. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new show of The Tube, which is celebrating Amazon's 20th anniversary. And always remember, marriage is like a bank account. You put it in, you take it out, you lose interest. Not funny, no, not so funny.